Something I didn't like about SPD was that his wife was still alive.
See, that's the thing that I was expecting with Cole's parents, because that's kind of what they always, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like Tyzon's girlfriend, like they just
Mm-hmm.
bring him back right in the last episode, just so we don't have to address that death is real. And it's so
Mm-hmm.
interesting in both of those situations, especially like, oh yeah, sure, Isinia is still alive, but everyone else on his home planet is dead. The writers are like, here, kid, here's a cracker. Don't notice the building behind us is on fire.
Uh-huh.
It's the same with Tyzon. His whole team is dead, and all of his trauma over his whole team dying is still very real. But his girlfriend's okay.
Yeah.
What about the other six people?
They don't matter. They're filler characters. And with Doggy Kruger and John Twain, I agreed. Like they should have kept the wife dead
Yep.
because his whole arc is him evolving from that trauma and him getting over it with his new family that he's now accepted. Because at first he's like, they're just my rangers and that's it. But he's now accepted like these are my family and this is like my new healing, my trauma, and I've forgiven myself. I can move on with my life. But no, your wife's still alive, so go save her. And none of this matters. It's like and honestly, he should have. I don't think he should have dated the Cat Ranger, but I feel like them already establishing some sort of relationship was great.
I feel so much like she's his only friend. And that's one of
Okay.
the things where like I get vibes different from other people. I'm so happy that they don't end up as a couple or really do
Yeah.
directly romantic. One of the first times before she gets kidnapped and before he becomes a ranger, there's a time where he like has a little tantrum and he goes and sits down on a bench and she just comes and like sits down next to him and kind of
Hmm.
like puts her hand on his shoulder and is like, hey man, I'm on your side, but that wasn't cool. And I
Yeah.
feel from them like they've really developed a strong relationship by working together for so long. At the beginning of the series, she's kind of the only person he has in his corner. And
Right.
I think that would be cheapened by them having a romance, but
No, I mean, that's why I said it did. They didn't have to, but I feel like they were kind of developing that. But I still would have totally accepted like she's literally his only friend that's like there with him,
yeah.
especially since the trauma he had.